Dobar dan, ovo je Ana Divac show i imam čast da danas u gostima imamo jednog od najvećih mastera u 21. veka. Tako da ćemo da se trudimo da vam približimo na najbolji mogući način šta on radi i kako menja ljude ne samo na našim prostorima, nego apsolutno gde se god nalazi. Njegovo ime je Mohanji. We are doing some we have a plan to do some card and we talked to our government and they were very positive about that. So I was very happy. So we'll see what is going to happen, but eventually to have a cards that people do good, that they're unseen, they're not celebrities, they're helping other people, even in a small way. They're going to have like a free bus drive, they're going to go to, soccer games, basketball game, they're going to be recognized from the society.
Well, tangible.
So we are starting that movement in Serbia.
Yeah.
Because to me, people that they meet through our foundation as a volunteers, everybody say that's the best experience in their lives. So we definitely, as a society in Serbia and all over the world, we should give more chances to people to feel that way.
Yes, globally. And also we all have our goodness factor in us. It's not nurtured because, as you said earlier, because of surroundings, the experiences, the collective consciousness. So the people have lost hope that anything good can happen in the world, but it can. It has to start with oneself and a bit of reward. Like I said, the 4 stages, you give something when you do good. Likewise, otherwise you have to scold. Scold means it shrinks you. When somebody scolds you, somebody abuses, it shrinks you. And if that is not transformed into betterness, it's bitterness. So that's not a good idea. And last is punishment. So punishment should not even happen. We should not have prisons. We should have places of quarantine where we have nuisances in the society, for sure, because sometimes it's a mental disorder or something where abusive and stuff like that, or criminal activity, murder, etc. So we take them off and put them into quarantine so that the society always remains stable and clean. But right from the child level, the signs will be clear. If a person has a tendency to attack or to harm people, because in the scriptures in India they say human beings are tendency driven, inclination driven. See, we live as per our inclination. A person who has inclination for alcohol will go for it. A person who has no inclination for it will never even think about it. So our basic motivating factor is inclination, tendency. This is very visible from child level. So if you are able to counsel and bring these children to powerful citizens, you have a powerful country, you have a powerful world. In a world which nurtures.
We want to have a powerful country, and we really, I think, we love our country, but we have a feeling that the world really doesn't care about us. We have a feeling that the world doesn't love us enough. We have a feeling they don't appreciate us, and we have a feeling they're not justified towards us. That's like a feeling in Serbia. That's how we feel, and we feel so small, we depend of the mood of bigger countries, so that we don't have that many choices how we're gonna govern our country, how we're gonna make law. We have that feeling. Is that just our feeling because there is something wrong with us, we cannot see it? Or is that like a reality for a small countries like Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia, all the region?
Well, I think Serbia is a relatively new country, but you go to any country, I think the same expression you can experience everywhere. Nobody will be very happy with their own places, or they think that it can be better. But we have to make it better. It's a role of every citizen. See, when we are holding the passport of a country, it's our responsibility as well. We always talk about rights, but not responsibilities enough. I believe that we should be talking only about responsibilities, not rights. Rights will come when the responsibilities are fulfilled. The elected board is coming from our society, right? So it's from us. So we have created the elected board. Imagine the goodness factor is happening, and the highest goodness factor gets elected. then you look at the rule in the world.
So who has like a biggest impact? Like, does it like a government, president has like an impact on creating like a collective, like a consciousness, or people has like a impact? Who's going to be like the president of the country? Who has like a bigger impact on creating collective consciousness?
Collective consciousness creates the president.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the president is the product of the collective consciousness. The king is the representation of the collective consciousness. So how they will rule is also based, because society created them, and will continue to create people. Some people will rule, some people will be subjects. So rulers and subjects, this is the usual pattern. And what we experience in the world is what we deserve in a way. Because if we are always angry, upset with everything, we will experience only that, because it's all inside us. What is outside us is only a reflection.
Okay, so you're saying if we in Serbia feel like the world is not justified towards us, they don't love us, that means like we have to change that inside of us as a citizen, so that we're going to have a different like a reflection. We're going to have different results from outside, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like the same country and person, we can put like it's like the same process, right?
Yes. Because don't look at the country, look at the household. Look at the domestic, our own house, how we manage in the house. Or forget about house, how we treat the people who come to us. Do we look at them as nuisance, encroachment, or avoidable? That is all showing how our mental state is. If we don't accept, if we don't nurture the world outside, we are saying that we are poor inside. If we are really rich inside, we will share.
Okay, you're someone who is from outside, so we see like we want to love, affair, we go to France, we go to beauty, we go to Italy. Like what people come for in Serbia? As someone who is outside, you can see us more like objectively. What do we give to our world, like as Serbia, positive or negative?
What do I give? Or?
No, what we as a Serbia give to the world. Like we know like a France, if you say like a vibration in France, love, like a love affair, you go to France. You want a beauty, like clothes, you go to Italy. So each country has like a freedom, different everything, different experience. Go to America. What we as a Serbia, as this country, can you tell us, someone who is outside of our country, what do we give to our world? Like what is the feel that we give to people?
I think if you are looking at the whole world, who have forgotten how to laugh, look at Serbia.
Really?
You know how to laugh.
I love that. Really, we do. Because like people sometimes see us like someone who is serious. They have to spend a little bit more time with us. So
I think your contribution to the world at this point in time would be your laughter. Because that's the hope you can create in the world. Because if you look at mostly, I mean, saying in the generically, see, you can never generalize anything in life, because it's all individualistic.
Okay.
So we cannot say that something is right, something is wrong, something is high, something is low. But there is a dire need to laugh from the heart. That itself will solve a lot of problem. Because when we are heavy, when we are tired, when we are worried, there is nothing, no contribution. Our energy level is so low. But when you are laughing and when you are fully open, then you can do a lot in this world. And so if you are able to see, there are laughter yogas.
So we should do new marketing for a country. If you want to laugh, come to Serbia.
Sunny and laughter.
Yeah.
See, the thing is that, like, if you give positivity, you get positivity. If you are always expressing negative, suspicion, doubt, there is a saying that devil uses doubt as the key to enter your mind. Once it enters your mind, then it uses your mind as a chariot for destruction. So doubt is the key, which so everywhere you can see people look at people with doubts. Prime example is that our security is in the airport. I have traveled from many years, so I know how it has changed. Now today, in every security in the airport, everybody is a culprit, potential danger. Earlier it was not so. There was some respect for all of. Now there's no respect. They strip you, and they all people are bad. So we have learned not to trust people over years. This you can see in the airports.
So
we have learned not to trust. So if you are able to trust people, if you are able to love people, if you are able to contribute unconditionally, it's a big deal. And that movement has to start from somewhere. People like me, we are trying to bring that to the world. Forget about the spiritual awakening. That is automatic, spontaneous. But where do you start from? Just being kind, just being good, just trusting. I have trusted a lot of people who have betrayed me also. But that is their deficiency. They do not know how to trust and love. What can I do? I trust. All that you can do is you be that. You be what you believe in. You be your conviction. That's the only thing you can do. How the society will respond to you, we have no control. But let it be. But we still maintain our conviction, our consistency. So if you continue to laugh and make a positivity in the world, I think Serbia will attract a lot of investment.
Oh, that's easy. We are good at that. And I want to tell you, like, how it's beautiful that you are not religion, you are a spiritual teacher, so that we from the Balkan region can participate in like awakening together, you know, from different religions, because we know that you're objective, you're not Orthodox, you're not Catholic, you're not Muslim, so we can like open up more easily, we can trust you more. Because here in this region, we always think like I know better, you know, my truth is the only truth. So is there like only one truth? And how do we know what is really true?
First and foremost, I have never asked anybody to convert to anything. So this is number one. I like to maintain people as they are. This is number one. And secondly, as I said earlier, there's no Christian, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh or any religion when you're sleeping. Only when you wake up, you have all these garbs, which I allow people to wear. I have no problem. But have you ever observed, why should people be insecure when somebody is successful? Because they feel deficiency, they have not understood themselves. So I'm never insecure. I'm not worried about insecurity, because what I'm giving is myself. What else can I give into this world? I am fully contented with myself. So I always tell, if nobody comes to see me, I'm still happy. You know, if people come to see me, I'm happy. So when you are fully contented with oneself, or when I'm contented with myself, all I give to the society is myself. And that's authentic. That's true. That's original. So basically, all you can give to the world is yourself. Nothing else is yours. All your property, possessions, wealth, money, positions and possessions are not yours, which you have collected, you acquired over time. But what are you? That's your real message to this world.
Okay, so tell us what we are.
What I am is what I am expressing.
How can I discover what am I? How can I discover that?
When what you can discover is when you're fully accepted yourself, and when you are experiencing yourself fully with full respect. You know, when you're not at all judging yourself. You can't judge yourself. When you judge yourself, for the world outside is the same. So you're not judging yourself. You're okay. This is what I am. I have all the weaknesses. I have all the strengths. I have everything is okay. And there is no thing called success or failure. Failure is when you stop accepting yourself. Success is when you are fully contented and accepted yourself. So the quotient of success and failure is not about making money or getting a position or doing something. Where your success rate is when you are fully contented with yourself in every situation. Let it be good, let it be bad. So that tells you who you are. Have you accepted yourself fully? Then you have understood yourself. It's as per time, things change, emotions change, things change, people change. But you have always been stable in your level of acceptance. That's the only guarantee you can give yourself. Otherwise, you cannot tell about time, places, situations, people, their reactions to you, their appreciation, their criticism. Nothing you can guarantee, correct? You can only guarantee about your stability within yourself. The moment you achieve that, you are stable with the world outside. That is your contribution.
Okay, tell me this. Like my biggest fear was always like I'm dying, and then I'm like, oops, I missed my life. You know, like I didn't want this. You know, I missed the point. So like, what is the point? Because it's impossible. That point is just we are working, buying houses, buying cars, this and that. What is the point? How do we, do we all have a different points, or there is only one point for all people on this planet?
Do you want a direct answer?
Direct answer.
This moment. That's your only truth. Tomorrow you have not seen. Past is already finished. What do you have to work on? What is on your plate today? Just now. We have not even seen the next hour. We don't know. We have not seen the next year for sure. It happens only when it comes. Past, that's done. It's finished. So this moment is your only time. And in this time, what you are is the most important thing. That's your contentment factor. And that's your reality. If you accept it, if you understand that, you understood life. And you live it, and that moment you will be happy. Hey, look here, this time I have to be happy, not tomorrow. Tomorrow I don't know. And we have never seen anything in the future. Even if you are an astrologer, and if you go to astrologer, they will give you a general roadmap. But what guarantee you will experience all that? See, even when a thing happens to you, if your mind is not present, you don't experience it. This is as simple as that. Imagine you having a great meal, but you are worried about your banker. Do you enjoy the meal?
No.
Food is great.
I overeat. I overeat.
So this moment is your only reality. If you catch this moment and give your best, you will be contented. You will be happy, and no regrets. No regrets means a regret is based on something which you thought you could have done, but you could not do. It is impossible. You have done that at that time with your available awareness.
I don't worry when I make one mistake. Okay, done that. But when I do 100 times the same mistake, I'm thinking, how you didn't get it? How we can change those repeating mistakes that we are making?
First of all, you chose to believe it's a mistake. That is the fundamental mistake.
I love that answer. Yes, it's a mistake.
Yeah, who said it's a mistake?
Yeah.
Perhaps that's what you wanted to experience. Why it is getting repeated is because you are rejecting it. Imagine you have accepted, okay, this happened, no problem. Next time it won't happen. Next time you will not go into that line. So, okay, this is happening, but I don't want it. You would have allowed it to happen and allowed it to flow. Like the river flowing, the water is keeping on moving. Life is moving. Life is like a river, keeps flowing. Be trying to arrest certain situations for a longer period of time. That's where the pain happens. And self-esteem is affected.
I love that, because what you said, usually we go by someone else is judging us, society is judging us, this is right, this is wrong, but actually the biggest judgment comes from ourselves, about ourselves, that we think this is right to do, this is wrong, so we get disappointed when we don't do by our what we were naming as right or wrong. So tell me, when I talk to my friends and many people, why always feels what is not healthy, not good, feels so good actually? I mean, doing things that are not a proper actually gives you so much excitement. Why is that? Is that is it really bad, or we name it bad? Or why we get excitement for doing things that are a little bit forbidden?
Because we are free by nature. We are born free, and these boundaries are not suiting us. See, we are not these boundaries, but unfortunately we have believed that this is the way we have to live, and this is see, we can see a lot of pseudo moral, pseudo philosophical, pseudo intellectual, so many pseudo things thriving on this kind of concepts. We are walking, talking concepts. We are not being people. See, you look at the same problem is not there with animals who are in the wild. When they are hungry, they eat food. When they have to mate, they will mate. Like that, they lead their life in a flow. But we look at ourselves. This is okay, this is not okay. Boundaries, do's and don'ts, religious kind of concepts, philosophical concepts, sociological concepts, social concepts. So many concepts we are eating every day. And then we judge people. All people are karmic beings. They have a destiny. Based on the destiny, based on the inclination that they perform. See, a person who is inclined to have alcohol, if you don't give the alcohol, he will go and buy it some way. He will have it some way. Why? Because the inclination is pushing him. So I'm not telling that anything is good or bad. This is all individualistic. I'm nobody to judge anybody. I never judge people. I accept people as they come, as they are. I never tell them this is right, this is wrong, this person is good, this person is bad. That's not my job. And I don't want to waste my time on karmic beings like that. Instead, I ask them, what can I give you? What can I do for you? So, if any of your friends, you ask them, are you happy? If they say no, you ask one question, why not?
What if they say yes?
If they say, then good.
Then go do it again.
Great. But make sure some people fake it. Because we learn to fake it. We pretend we are happy. While in reality, we are not. You know, where so many things are there, we over a period of time, we learn to wear this mask for long. And we pretend we are
for
okay.
other people or for us?
For us.
For us.
Yeah, we live in a faked world, right? In a pseudo world, like you can see everything pretty nice, neat, but inside it's crying. I mean, behind, but when you come into the front, you are all tidy and neat and clean. So many people live their life like that. That's not life. That's a pretentious thing. That's like you are always in an acting mode. You are always being the role or a role play, not the reality. But I would say that you always remember that you're only an actor. You're never the role. Roles you play perfectly well as to win an Oscar, no problem. But you are not the role forever. So we should always remember this inside. We are always the actor playing the role, various roles, multiple roles, because we have multiple dimensions. That's all okay. Everything is okay. That's why I said, except violence, I never say something is right, something is wrong. I'm not here to. Now, somebody does not accept you, somebody does not like you, somebody want to hate you. This is their prerogative, because that's what they want to express. They haven't got a good object to hate. They may hate me because this is the available object. Let it be, because that's the expression they are asking for. So we should not look at anybody with the eyes of judgment. We look at, okay, this is what's happening.
So that means, like, if you want to get more love in life, we should be love, right?
You
we
should
be
love yourself.
happy if you want to attract whatever it's called, like happiness, or we should first feel happy inside of us.
Absolutely.
So, like, tell me this. Like,
not should feel happy. No, you should remain happy.
Remain happy.
Yeah, you should be happy. See, for example, a tree which can produce mango can only produce mango. You know, if a tree, the tree that produces mango cannot produce apple, because what you have is what you can give. So you be happiness. Then you, like a tree of happiness, you give happiness wherever you go. And happiness is also acceptance. Understand? You should accept yourself, your situations, your everything, and say, okay, this is what it is now. Let me handle it this way. If there are sorrows, be sorrow 100%. So that's done. When you resist sorrow, when it happens, when you resist sorrow, then it stays pending. Or you are worried, will sorrow come back?
Yeah.
It's like a wave, happiness, sorrow. Life is always flowing like a wave. Sometimes happy, sometimes sad, sometimes good, sometimes bad. Not every day is same. Not every moment is same. Not every interaction is same. Sometimes, like they say, even the great Homer, H-O-M-E-R, Homer, the poet, nods, sleeps. Means he's a very inspired being, writing great poetry, but sometimes he nods. Sometimes he doesn't write good poetry. This is possible. We all have our ups and downs, but we need to accept it as it is. Then there is no conflict, there's no friction. Then what you deliver is you, in your absolute format, unfaked, no mask.
Ovo je bio Ana Divac Show. Pozdravljamo vas i vidimo se u sljedećoj emisiji.